Yo, what's up guys? Today we are finally back on Pokemon Showdown. I know it's been a while, but I've been doing Wi-Fi a lot recently, so it's been like 2 weeks since I've done a solo live, and the reason I didn't upload yesterday was because I have two finals left until I'm done with the semester. One of them is Tuesday, the other one's Saturday. I'm ready for the Saturday one, but I'm not ready for the Tuesday one, so I took yesterday to study, to get all the work done I had to do for that class, and that's why from yesterday, I counted from yesterday to Tuesday, I'm not sure how much I'll be uploading. Obviously, I already missed yesterday. This will be up late, most likely Sunday night, and Monday I'll try, and Tuesday I'll try too. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, before I actually get into the live, we're going to be using a Mega Salamence team that my boy Edgar passed me. Mega Salamence is still a threat, even in Ubers. It's really good in Ubers. So yeah, shout outs to my boy Edgar. Now before I actually get into this live, I just want to say if you guys want to pick yourself up a PK Face hoodie, the link is in the description down below. You have until December 18th. Actually, December 19th is my birthday. I turned 21 this year. And next up, if you ever want to have a chance to Wi-Fi battle, basically Twitter is the place to go. I am frequently asking for battles. As you can see, I was asking a lot. And then I had like a little, not like a rant, but yeah, anyway, a friend of mine actually drew, it's an old picture of me, because I don't have hair like this anymore. I haven't for like a year and a half, but he drew me next to Whitney and stuff like that. Pretty cool. And yeah, so at Joey Pokeaim, the link is always down in the description. And finally, before we actually get into the live, a subscriber of mine, Keto, made a pokeaimMD rap, and I thought the lyrics were really cool. Like, this guy definitely watches my videos because there's a lot of references to me. But yeah, I'll leave that link in the description as well. So a lot of links in the description today. Well, these two are usually always in the description. But yeah, let's look for a battle. I am not on my Pokeaim alt. I'm on my Rexmate alt. And this is basically what I use whenever I want to get Rex. But I'm not trying to get Rex or anything because I don't think anything's being suspected right now. At least not in Ubers. So we have found a game. And my opponent's team, it's looking like a little, looking like if I set up a DD, you have a little fun as long as I get on my rocks. I want to lead off with Groudon, but I'm expecting him to lead off with his own Groudon, or even Latias, because Latias kind of like, the fact that they get Soul Dew now is so amazing for these Pokemon. I kind of want to lead off with Groudon, but I think I'm going to lead off with Latios, just in case he wants to lead off with Latias, as he actually ends up leading off with Diancie, so I'm kind of not expecting this to be Mega Diancie. But either way, I don't want to stay in and check, so I'm actually going to pull a switch out into Groudon. If it is Mega Diancie, it's definitely a threat to me. I really wasn't expecting him to lead off with Diancie just right off the bat, but it is a Mega Diancie as he ends up going for Protect. Now, I can actually tank one Earth Power and knock him out with Earthquake. Because he doesn't have a Xerneas, I don't really need Groudon as much for this game, except for getting up Stealth Rock, so I'm just going to go right for the Earthquake, as he ends up switching out into Latias, which is the good play. If I wanted to predict that, I could have went for Stealth Rocks, but then again, it wouldn't really have mattered at all, as I could tank a Draco because I am Spadef, but the thing is, like with this team, there's not really much you can switch in or stuff. Xerneas puts in work if I can weaken his Primal Groudon. I'm assuming that's Primal Groudon, so do I want to go for a Lava Plume? I kind of want to switch on to my Arceus Ghost just because I could take a hit and knock him out with Shadow Force in the process, but instead of actually knocking him out, I'm actually going to go for SD because I'm expecting him to switch out to Primal Groudon or anything like that, or reveal his Arceus form, which is kind of looking to be normal based on his team. It could be either the normal or Ghost, but the reason I didn't want to go out to Xerneas right there is because the Psyshock was kind of obvious. Arceus Ghost was the good mid play. He actually ends up going out to Ho-Oh, which is great because what I can do is go for SD, go for the Shadow Force, end up in a different dimension. Ooh, missed, and hit him with a +2, as it actually turns out to be Arceus Dark, which is good to find out. I feel like risking a speed tie right here and going for Brick Break. I don't have to. I do have my Xerneas, but if I do win the speed tie, I knock him out with Brick Break. As you can see how much Shadow Force did, it's most likely going to be a speed tie because I don't see any bulk. No. Okay, I had no reason to make that play, but I did it anyway. What I am going to do right now is go out to my Xerneas, because what I have to do is weaken Groudon. That really sucks that I lost that speed tie. I actually just won the game right there if I won that speed tie, but that was my own fault for being impatient. I'm going to fire off a Moonblast. I want to see if he wants to go out to Groudon just yet. Thunder's kind of, I don't think he'd go out to Ho-Oh just yet, but If he doesn't go out to Ho-Oh, that's a free switch in the Groudon, essentially. So gonna fire off a Moonblast. It's good to know that he has this Arceus Dark because I can set up on it. Man, why couldn't I win that speed tie? I would have just plowed through his team. So he does go out to Groudon, which is great because I've weakened that thing, and I'm kind of expecting his rocks. So what I'm going to do is go for Moonblast again to weaken it a bit more to the point where a +2 Focus Blast will be able to knock it out, as he does end up going for his rocks. And I can now go out into my Latios, and what Latios can do is dodge an Earthquake. It's not going to be taking too much from Lava Plume, etc., just because of the fact that he got that special attack drop, and I do resist it, and the Soul do. So, you know, it's looking good. Once I get up to +2 with Geomancy, all I have to worry about is hitting Focus Blast versus this, and hitting Thunder versus Ho-Oh, and hitting Thunder versus Lu. Okay, I have a lot to worry about. But the aforementioned Pokemon can't really threaten me too much, so I go out to my Latios right here, as he's more than likely... I don't know what he wants to do. I don't think he has T-Wave, but I'm going to go for Defog anyway, as I can get rid of these hazards as quickly as possible. I could also drop a Draco, but I'm expecting Diancie to want to come in. He ends up going out to Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh being a threat. Sort of. Ho-Oh is kind of a threat. Do I want to sack? Because Rayquaza can not really... Rayquaza doesn't really do much for me versus this team. So I'm going to go out to Rayquaza because the fact that he has Diancie, which outspeeds... I'm not a Dragon Dance variant. I'm an SD variant. By sacking Rayquaza to what I'm expecting to be a Banded Brave Bird, I get the free switch in the Groudon to get up rocks, to then be able to set up a Geomancy or a Dragon Dance with my Salamence, and I'm thinking long term right here, and I could plow through his team. I'm going to lose a lot of Pokemon in the process, but this is how I'm going to win this game, so I'll go for it. I'll definitely go for it. Because, yeah, I'm expecting him to go for Brave Bird right here. I'll just sack Rayquaza. Rayquaza is a Pokemon that he has limited switch-ins to, but if I want to win this game, I got to get up rocks to break Lugia's multi-scale and to bring Ho-Oh under half, which doesn't necessarily matter, but that's how I'm going to win this game. So, Rayquaza is definitely the play I'm going to make. I'm actually going to pause it until he makes a move. We'll be right back. Alright, so I actually end up surviving his Brave Bird, which is amazing, because now what I could do is knock him out with the Dragon Ascent, but... How real am I to go for Earthquake? See, if he goes out to Lugia, that sucks because I lost the chance of breaking its multi-scale. But if he goes out to Diancie, that's amazing for going for Earthquake. So I think I'm going to go for Earthquake, as he does end up going to Lugia. And unfortunate for me, Dragon Ascent would have knocked me out with Life Orb Recoil, and I would have been able to break his multi-scale. But I'm going to switch out to Groudon right now, as it's not really a free switch, and it gives him a free switch into his... Latias, but I really want to try and get up my rocks. I need these rocks to do something versus his team. Like, if I have any chance of winning versus his team, I need these rocks. The fact that he has Diancie and Latias is annoying because they pressure me so much. So, I think what I can afford to do is go for the Lava Plume, as if I get a burn on Lugia, that's also amazing. He might just try and Toxic me right here. So if I do get the burn, that'll also... he does end up going for Toxic. That'll also keep him out of multi-scale. So unfortunately, I do not get a burn, which is what I wanted right there. But the fact that he went for Toxic is amazing, because what I can do is repeatedly go for my Stealth Rocks, as Toxic will wear me down. And if he wants to go for Defog, that's fine. My Stealth Rocks will stay up. And then I get a free switch into Xerneas to just go for a Geomancy, especially because Lugia is not at multi-scale anymore. I just gotta worry about hitting Focus Blast and hitting... I gotta worry about hitting a lot. I actually have to hit Focus Blast and 2 Thunders, but I can still win this way, so this is the way I'm gonna go. As, again, I'm just gonna sack my Groudon to the Poison, because in the end I will be able to get up rocks. I could also go for Earthquake right here, predicting him to go out to Diancie. That'd be pretty funny if I get that correct. But Stealth Rock is the correct play, as he does try and defog again, which is great because now Latias is in, my Stealth Rocks are up, so that either forces him to defog or switch, and I get off a Geomancy with my Xerneas, which could, if things go well, can win me the game. So I am going to go for Geomancy, as we're going to do a calc real quick, as he ends up going for, okay, it doesn't even matter. I have to risk Thunder versus Lugia anyway. So basically, I have to hit every single move in order to win this game. I win the game right here if I hit every single move, so not always in my favor. I gotta hit Focus Blast versus Groudon. I gotta hit Thunder versus Ho-Oh and Lugia. Well, more so versus Lugia. He does end up going out to Primal Groudon. I have to hit Focus Blast to knock it out. It's stronger than plus 2 Moonblast. Plus 2 Moonblast would probably only do about 50%. If I miss Focus Blast, that sucks. I end up connecting, so Groudon is gone, which is amazing. And the fact that he's Primal, it means his Sun is gone, so Thunder still has the accuracy in my favor. Goes out to Lugia. Will I connect with my Thunder? I do connect with Thunder as Lugia is gone. Ah! Xerneas is coming through. I didn't even get to show off Mega Mence in this battle, but I'm getting... It's basically the game played out how I wanted it to. What my plan was weaken the Lugia and try and get up Stealth Rocks. As even if I couldn't get up Stealth Rocks, as you guys saw, the fact that I weakened Lugia was amazing for me because basically it wasn't in multi-scale, and right even here I don't even have to risk going for Thunder. I can just hit Moonblast because the fact that he sacked Lugia before anything else. So and then he gets the burn, which is kind of unfortunate, but what can you do? I'll just go for Moonblast. That was a roll. I could go for Thunder right here. I'm pretty sure I can still win this game. So I do end up going for Moonblast on the Arceus Dark, which is great that he sacked that right there. As Diancie ends up coming out. And Diancie could still be a problem. That's crazy. Not necessarily, because I get up a free Dragon Dance versus Diancie. And I'm just going to go for Moonblast again, because if he wants to go out to Ho-Oh, Ho-Oh will survive after Regenerator, and that gives my Salamence a free Dragon Dance to win the game. So the fact that he got that burn kind of set me back, because I had the game won if he didn't get that burn 100%. That doesn't really matter. If he sacks Diancie right here, I also have the game. As he ends up going out to Ho-Oh, which is great, because Ho-Oh is a free Dragon Dance for my Salamence, and unless he gets the burn, I am completely fine. So looking like he has to get the burn right here, because once I Dragon Dance up, I win the game. Or I have to win a speed tie with my Latios, which I can do. He ends up missing Sacred Fire, which is, unfortunate, but he needed the burn anyway to win, so it's over. Salamence just being able to clean up the game. Double Edge. I might even go for Double Edge versus Mega Diancie just to show you guys the damage. I know Earthquake will easily take him out, but I kind of want to show you guys the damage. Well, I'm going to calculate real quick just to show you. Salamence. Blank set. Adamant. What is it? 145 or something like that? Yeah. +1. Aerialate. Yo, I'm cold in my room. Double Edge. Earthquake. Diancie. 50 base power. Let's get rid of this. Let's give it a... Isn't it 100 or 110? It's something like that. How's data? Diancie. Mega? Is that it? Yeah, it's 110 defenses. That's insane how much it does. I really just want to show off. What the hell is this? Get out of my way, all of you. 86 to 102. Alright, I'm doing it. We're going for Double Edge. I had no reason to do that. I could have just knocked him out with Earthquake, but the fact that Rayquaza is still in the back, I just click Extreme Speed and I knock him out. And at worst, I risk a speed tie with my Latios. So that's gonna be a good game. He goes for Protect. Is he gonna try and get like 50 in a row? I had no reason to do that. I could have just went for Earthquake and won the game. But I'm glad that Xerneas pulled through like I kind of expected it to towards the end. And the fact that he didn't get that burn or didn't even land it was great too. Even if he got the burn, I'm pretty sure I still had it with Latios. So yeah, that's a good game. Okay, so we have found a game. I actually got another game right before this, but my guy had like Sharpedo, Excadrill. He basically had an OU team with like one Uber, so I didn't really want to show that off. But we found a game, and it looks like this guy's just gonna time out. So I just want to go over team preview just in case he didn't time out, since he only has a few seconds left. Anyway, Primal Groudon puts in work. It beats Aegislash. It beats Unaware Clefable because they're always unaware in Ubers for Xerneas. Xerneas is kind of hard stopped by his team. The fact that he has this, and this. So he really does not want to get swept by Xerneas. Good thing, though, he got swept by team preview because this guy's about to time out. And I'll look for another battle as this guy continues to time out. So I don't even know why I showed that. There was no point. So I'll pause it to find another one. Be right back. Okay, so we have found another game, and Yveltal is definitely a threat. I kind of want to lead off with Xerneas just in case he wants to lead off with his Yveltal. That way I can threaten out right away. As he actually ends up leading off with his Mewtwo. And honestly, I don't really need Xerneas for this game as much except for his Yveltal. So I'm debating staying in and just taking a Psy Strike. I don't actually have to, but I'm just going to go for Moonblast as he ends up having Psychic. Interesting. That's really interesting. So I'm going to switch out into my Latios to take that. The fact that he doesn't have Psy Strike is pretty cool. I'm surprised that he has Psychic actually. There's no reason to run Psychic over Psy Strike in Ubers, as he does have Psy Strike right there. Hello? This is like a Twisted Spoon type of thing. I can knock it out with a Psy Shock, so I am going to go for Psy Shock, as it is my, well, my best play is actually going for Draco. But I am faster, and he survives. What is this? What type of Mewtwo is this? Modest? Alright, that's why his attacks did so much, I guess. But I'm able to knock him out with Draco. He probably has some HP investment as well. I was positive that Psyshock would have actually been able to knock it out. Let me calc this. Latios. It's +1 because of Soul Dew, but Soul Dew not implemented? Probably not. So I'll just Toxic Plate. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Let's give it +1. Me too. Dude, don't even. Yeah, Psyshock does 33. Okay, so he was definitely running some type of bulk on that thing. But I'm expecting him to bring out either Aegislash to Pursuit me if he has Pursuit, or Yveltal. Latios is still at a decent amount of HP, so he could take on his team. I have Arceus Ghost, or Ghost Killer, whatever you want to call it, Sneaky Killer, for it doesn't even have extreme speed, but for Kangaskhan, and the combination of Groudon plus Xerneas, Rex, Zekrom. So he ends up going out into his Yveltal, which is definitely a threat. The fact that I let Xerneas take damage for no reason, I really wasn't expecting him to stay in though. He had a clear, easy switching with H-Slash, and he just took damage for no reason. But this is a threat. I would sack Latios, but I need it for Kyogre, so I'm actually going to go into... I want to save my Xerneas as well. See, this is a hard Pokemon to switch into. Yeah, I'm just going to sack Rayquaza right here to whatever attack he wants to go for. He ends up going for Dark Pulse. And I don't know what variant he is. I'm just going to go for Dragon Ascent just in case I am faster for some reason and he doesn't have Sucker Punch. He might not, as he does end up outspeeding me. But I can just go out to Xerneas now. I'm thinking he's either... If he's Jolly or something, or Timid, my bad, Timid, he won't be able to knock me out with thing anyway. I'm thinking he might be Scarf, so I have to keep Xerneas alive. Xerneas can also sweep him if I get rid of Aegislash, which is something I want to keep in mind, as I can get off a Geomancy versus a Zekrom locked in an Outrage, and the fact that this thing might be Scarf is good too. I probably also could have went for Extreme Speed, but that damage really shouldn't matter. And when Salamence gets up a +1, it also just wins. With Double Edge Earthquake, the combination is just too much for my opponent. So that's another thing I want to keep in mind, though I don't want to play it too recklessly, even though half the time I do play recklessly. So I'm going to pause until he picks a move. We'll be right back. Alright, so my opponent was indeed Timid, and he had Hurricane, which is great that I was actually able to knock him out. As now he's going to go out to his Kangaskhan. I don't really want to risk him going for Power Punch, but I don't think it matters necessarily, so I'm just going to go for Moonblast, as he could probably also go for Fake Out right here just to pick me off. That's completely fine by me, as I could set up a Dragon Dance right here with Salamence, but I'm actually going to go out to Salamence just to get off Intimidate on this Kangaskhan, and then pull a double into my Arceus Ghost, which, if he wants to stay in and go for like Power Up Punch or Return, he can dodge it. If he wants to go out to our Aegislash, I'm pretty sure I knock it out clean with Shadow Force. Let me see. Arceus Ghost. Shadow Force. Aegislash. Whoops. That's the wrong one. Doesn't start off in Blade form, but yeah, it knocks it out. So, and the fact that you can't King Shield a Shadow Force, because I go right through that. Sliding in your DMs, like, no? Okay. So I'm going to pause it once again. The guy's taking a little while to pick his moves. Okay, so he ends up pulling the switch out into his Kyogre, which is essentially a free switch into my Groudon. I also do have Latios to buffer, and Ice Beam isn't going to be doing too much. I want to get up Stealth Rocks for Zekrom plus that thing anyway, as he ends up going for Origin Pulse, so that's going to evaporate. It's a little bit too hot for him to handle. It's alright, bro, I understand. Everybody wants a tan, not a sunburn, so gonna be able to... What? That's not the switching. That's definitely not the switching. I don't have my Xerneas anymore to set up on the fact that he could go for Draco, so I'm just gonna go for Earthquake as he tries to go for Bolt Strike. That was not a good play. nothing on my team is hit harder by Bolt Strike. Nothing on my team is hit really hard by Bolt Strike at all, so I'm actually going to go for Roar, as I wanted to go for Lava Plume just in case he switched, but I realized Kyogre would probably be a switch, and if he did indeed try to switch out, what did I just click? But yeah, I'm going to go out into my Arceus Ghost just to dodge any attack he wants to go for, and I'm pretty sure I can just go for an SD here and win the game, so I'm going to go for SD. Kyogre is low enough. Aegislash is gonna die. Yeah, it's guys, it's basically over. I just easily go for Shadow Force as he ends up having Shadow Sneak, which is not gonna do anything. I feel like he's gonna King Shield, but that's not gonna help him. Oh no, child, no, gone. The fact that Stealth Rock are up, he actually already died to it anyway. Zekrom goes down to Stealth Rock. He should not have went out to Zekrom unless he needed a free switch. And Kyogre will go down to the Shadow Force as well. And Brick Break will weaken Kangaskhan, if not knock it out. So, goes out to Kyogre. I guess what he could do is pull an immediate double into Kangaskhan right now. And then once I go for Shadow Force, which I'm forced to go for, he could go for Crunch. That's the only play he could possibly make right here. Or he can just click Origin Pulse and basically concede to my Arceus Ghost, because it's going to be over, as I'm going to pause it so he picks a move. Yeah, so he ends up going for Origin Pulse. He didn't try and pull the switch, and it's basically going to be a good game, because even if he can knock out my Arceus Ghost with Kangaskhan, which it doesn't go down to Sucker Punch, I believe. I think the first one does 44, the next one... Actually, Sucker Punch might be able to knock me out. Not entirely sure. But even if it does knock me out, I kind of hope he has it, actually. Yeah, it does end up knocking me out. I do have my Salamence, which is just going to finish off the game with a double edge. This thing hits like a nuke. It's amazing how many OHKOs this thing gets. I get an OHKO on... Well, it's not very impressive that I get an OHKO on Clefable. Actually, it is impressive I get an OHKO on Clefable. But Kangaskhan goes down, and we're going to look for one more battle before I wrap up this session. I know the games have been kind of long, and I think the first one was the best game. But, yeah, we'll pause it until we find one. Be right back. So we found a game right away. My opponent has a hyper-offensive team. This might actually be a Dual Dance Groudon because he has Deoxys. But I'm going to leave off my Groudon because I have Lava Plume to potentially burn Deoxys or get rid of it. I can survive any one hit from it unless it's a crit, as he ends up going for Psycho Boost, which I do end up surviving. And he is not burnt by my attack. No. So I'm going to go for my Stealth Rocks right here, as if he wants to get up his Stealth Rocks, I'm okay with that. Yep. So we exchange Stealth Rocks, which is great because I can honestly just set up a Geomancy and win the game. No, I can't because Groudon. I always forget there is, but a Groudon right there. But either way, I'm gonna be able to go out into my Rayquaza right now and just click Extreme Speed. He can also click Extreme Speed, but it won't be able to knock me out or bring me down to a Life Orb hit. And Rayquaza is the best play because one, it's the one that's taking minimal damage from everything. Because he could have knockoff for my Latios, he could have knockoff for Arceus Ghost. But he ends up going out to Groudon, which is actually great because I can go for Earthquake. Is Earthquake stronger than... I'm pretty sure Earthquake is stronger than that, but we'll calculate real quick. I just don't feel like doing the math in my head. I've been studying math all day. It's just too much for me. So it's essentially a Brave Bird versus Groudon. I'm just going to do it versus a regular Groudon. I'm not going to give it any boost, but... Yeah, Earthquake is definitely strong. I already knew this. What the hell am I saying? I've played enough. But I'm gonna go for Earthquake just to weaken him a bit, as he is gonna go for Rock Polish indeed. And pretty sure I cannot knock it out with Extreme Speed. But and he does reveal the Dragon Claw, which is good to know. Can I outspeed you? Well, Arceus Ghost automatically takes a hit anyway, so Arceus Ghost is definitely better than trying to risk Xerneas versus anything. So because I can take one Earthquake or Precipice Blades, barely, holy crap, look how much that does, as I can knock him out with a Shadow Claw. And I'm kind of expecting Kyogre to come out, but Kyogre is going to be taking a Shadow Force, so I'm actually good with Kyogre coming out because then I'll also get off a Geomancy or even a free Mega Evolution with Salamence. So he ends up going out to Dialga. I don't know what type of Dialga this is going to be. I'm just going to go for Shadow Force as I can get off damage on him. He ends up going for Dragon Pulse, so he's probably a Life Orb variant. We'll find out right now. No, he is not. Interesting. I have no idea what type of Dialga you were. I actually have no idea. I could probably risk setting up the Geomancy, but at the same time, I don't want to risk him having Flash Cannon, and I'd rather just go drop a Draco. That way I can knock him out, so I'm going to go for that, as Dialga easily goes down to that Draco Meteor. And now I guess he could go out to Latias if he wants to, but Latias is just the game for me. Like, he has to go for Draco. As he ends up going for Calm Mind. Oh, crap. That could be bad. That could be bad, folks. We'll go for Defog. Get rid of these rocks. Help me out as he ends up going for Recover. And what I can do, I believe, is go out into my Xerneas, because his best play is probably just going for, well, either a Psyshock or anything along those lines. And I have to risk a Speed Tie with Latios. I don't think it's actually a Speed Tie because, no, it is a Speed Tie. Crap. This Psyshock slash Psychic is going to do a lot to me. But I get up the Geomancy, which I don't think is going to be enough to kill him, because he more than likely has Soul Dew. And then it's going to come down to a Speed Tie with, because we're tied right now, plus my little boost. He will be able to survive this, as it's going to come down to a Speed Tie with my my Latios and his, which I have to win. There is no going back. No? Okay. But I do end up winning the Speed Tie, so I'm able to knock him out. Got a little close for comfort right there. The fact that rocks are gone is also amazing for me, as I'm pretty sure Salamence can clean up the game. So that's going to be my goal. Unless it's a Scarf Rayquaza for some reason. I don't know. He doesn't go out to Rayquaza, and Draco is going to be able to finish that thing off. And all he has left is his Kyogre, which I can indeed beat. So, which is Primal, yeah. So I definitely beat this thing. And I believe I can just go for Psyshocks and just whittle at him, as he is able to knock me out with the Ice Beam. That does a lot. I'm not sure if he's... That might actually be Jolly damage. I mean, Timid. Sorry, whatever. So, I'm going to be able to go for a Psyshock again, as I probably could have switched out as well and went for Draco. But the thing is, it wouldn't have knocked him out anyway. And it all depends on if my Salamence outspeeds him. If it doesn't, then it was all for nothing, as it does outspeed him, and I'm able to knock him out with the Double Edge. Salamence coming in the clutch. So it all came down to that Speed Tie with Latios. If he won it, he won the game. If I won it, which I did, I won the game, and I won the game. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed. A few misplays on, my part, but I'm like swamped with studying and stuff. I'm not trying to give excuses though. So yeah, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you want. Stay tuned for more ORAS Wi-Fi battles, battle spots, road to rank, and soon we're gonna be doing team building with Chimpact. Basically, me and him, where we take a core that you guys give us and we expand on it. So yeah, we build on it or build upon it, whatever. So yeah, leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and until next time, later.